A very warm welcome and a very good afternoon to you here at CTV Sports. Great to have you with us here for our second match, our doubleheader, of course, of the Founders Cup 2023. Now, if you watched earlier this morning, which went into the afternoon, of course, Audi took on Santa Rita Tranche Lauken. Audi coming through victorious, getting their third win of the Founders Cup, winning over Santa Rita with 12 goals to 10. We are just a few minutes away from our second match here this afternoon, coming to you, of course, from Grand Champions Polo Club Field number 1. And we are delighted to welcome a young man who's sitting alongside me. A very good afternoon to, well, they call him Nito. His name is Mariano Uranga. Good to see you. Nito, nice to have you with us here at CTV Sports. Thank you for taking the time to basically be my co-commentator today. Dale Schwetz, who normally sitting in that chair, will be actually on the field this afternoon alongside Esteban Ferrari. But now we've got a few minutes. Let's talk a little bit about your good self. 6-goal player, young man, 42 years of age.
Not that young.
Plays all over the world.
I was younger before.
We all were. And your debut here at Grand Champions, your debut also in the 5th year of the World Polo League, and you'll be playing in the next tournament.
Yeah, we're starting next tournament with Aspen Valley Polo team.
Okay, that'll be, of course, coming up right after the Founders Cup, the Palm Beach Open. Tell us a bit about your team, Aspen Valley Polo team. Who are you playing with in that tournament?
I play with Nacho Figueras, for sure. He's our main guy.
Yeah.
Sugar Erskine, always a good player to play with. I play with him in Argentina. We make the finals of Cámara de Diputados one year. And a great guy, a great partner. And coming from England, we're playing with
Mr. Max Charlton.
Yeah.
Yeah, he arrived earlier this week, and he actually played yesterday in the 8-goal
We are getting him ready.
Sorry?
We are getting him ready.
You're getting him ready.
Yeah, he has to adjust to his jet lag.
Yes, he probably does. But, of course, Max Charlton, well, that is a pretty strong lineup. So, as I say, Mariano, they call him Nito Uranga, will be playing in at the Palm Beach Open alongside Nacho Figueras, Sugar Erskine, of course, one of our very own here at Grand Champions Polo Club. And then, of course, the very, very strong player, that is Max Charlton. Nito, let's talk a little bit about the game that's coming up this afternoon. Casablanca, of course, getting off to a very good start, winning the All-Star Challenge. They've already played 2 games. They lost their opening match of this tournament against Audi by 11 to 15. Won their second against Santa Rita Tranche Lauken with 11 goals to 6, so 1-1 there. But we touched on it earlier before we went live. Travieso, very, very strong team, but a little bit unlucky so far in the way they've been able to...
We've been talking about the first game in the season. They lost with the bell against Brookshire by 1 goal. Then they didn't start well this tournament, but on the second game, they played a very good game against Audi.
Yep.
And they were close. And let's see how they go do today.
Well, let's then, with that, you can see the players are out on the field. Let me just quickly give you a rundown of who's out there on the field. Of course, Casablanca, as we are used to them, with Grant Ganzi at number 1, playing off 3 goals to Macho Pieris at number 2, 6 goals. And then Barto Castagnolo, remember, we had his brother playing in the earlier match this morning. Barto Castagnolo, of course, 10 goals. And Jesse Bray, the man with the number 4 on his shirt, the 7-goal handicap. Travieso, Teo Calle, of course, at number 1, playing off 1 goal. Tincho Merlos, the very, very solid and strongly playing 7-goal player there at number 2. Tomas Panello, the 9-goaler at number 3. And Nacho Novijo Estrada, of course, coming in at number 4. And let's go straight to the action here.
Great goal from Tomas Panello. He has a great shot from far away. He hit the ball 80 yards, went through the middle of the goal. His team is up by 2 goals. They keep 1 of handicap. They started, they know for them it's a very important game. Winning, they will have the chance to go to penalties to go through the semifinals.
Well, indeed, absolutely. So Thomas Panello, that took all of, well, not even a minute from that ball being thrown in, picking up a very quick goal. And here we go then. So those are your teams. Remember, as Nito just said, Travieso coming in on 25 goals. So they've been given a goal on handicap. Casablanca, of course, on 26 goals. And now let's go back to the action. And Nito, looks like we've got our first foul of the game here.
Yeah, it looks like Tomajo had the ball on the drive, and Nacho came from behind There will be, I think, a spot hit for Casablanca, first foul of the game. Let's see how they play this ball. Sometimes Jesse makes a small shot to Barto, or he also has a long shot to Tomacho or Granti, no? I think they're going by the boards.
Here we go then. Ball is quickly taken back into play by Jesse Bray. Now, of course, you know, Nito, that in this, the Founders Cup, the tournament committee has, like we did last year, which I think is a great little twist, allowed a 2-point conversion. If you hit the ball from the halfway line or just beyond, it has to be just beyond the halfway line, and you score from there, you get a 2-pointer. We haven't actually seen one yet. What do you think the reason for that is?
Well, they will not be hitting long, but now we have Barto scoring for the first time for Casablanca. He picked a nearly good ball from Tincho. Tincho thought that Barto was a bit cross, but Barto was well positioned on the line. So it's 2-1 for Casablanca. They started quickly. Everyone was to be in the semi-final. So let's see how they play this throw-in.
You can see there on your screens, Barto just getting the putter out there, making it, well, his first goal, and he's on the move again here. Castagnola able to correct that. Little chip on the near side by the number 3, by Thomas Panello. And Barto, well, he didn't have to really put that much effort into it, picking up very quickly his second goal. Let's just talk about these two, Nito. Barto and Heta Castagnola. I mean, are they the new generation of polo players we're going to see a lot more of in the future?
Of course, you have them, you have Poroto. They are the new generation, but they are already being the best players in the tournaments now. So they are not the future, they are the present. We have 3 minutes of the game, 3 goals. The game looks very good, Ian. We are happy to be watching this type of players today.
Indeed we are. Here we go then. Once again, ball's thrown into play, and it will be Castagnola. Barto, avoiding that challenge coming in from Tincho. Tincho sticking with him. There's the open backhand. Nicely played there by Nacho Navijo Estrada. We know what a strong player he is. But this young man with the number 2, Tomacho Pierre, is one of my favorite players. Very, very hard-working. He will always be a threat up front, like you can see here. Trying to run that ball, a little bit unlucky on his first touch. Tell me, you know Tomacho well? You played against him?
I played with him since we were young. He's always been a great player. And in this team, he knows how to switch from working for Barto to going for a pass. If they gave him the ball, he plays very well with the ball, and if he has to work, he works a lot. Now we have 45 seconds for the players to change their horse and come back to play this last part of the first checker. It's been a good 3 minutes with 3 goals. Let's see how this checker ends.
Indeed. So, courtesy change here, the first of our courtesy changes. Of course, remember that is a club and a tournament stipulation. Players don't have to, but most of them make use of that courtesy change. Remember, Travieso coming in with 1 goal on handicap. Casablanca, both times Barto Castagnola hitting the target, which is why the scoreline reads 2 goals apiece. Also, a very warm welcome and a good afternoon to all of those watching pitch side here. What another beautiful field number 1 we're looking at here from the drone footage at Grand Champions Polo Club. Just waiting for the umpire to call play. And you know what, Nito? I'm going to let you take this one away.
Come on, Nacho. Nacho maybe is going to look for Tomas Panello on his left. The Tomacho is going for the line. Tomas picked it very well on the near side. I think they will call 2-on-1.
Yeah.
Because Barto tried to pick it, and Tomacho was already on Tomas' hip.
Well, let's look at the footage as it's coming down. Here's that play. Barto puts his stick down.
Maybe foul to the second player. Nacho was coming also on the line, and Barto, when he tried to hook Tomas Panello, he crossed the number 4 player of Travieso. Now they will have a hit from the center. Let's see Let's see how it goes. They have a chance for a two-goaler here, no?
Well, I was going to say, let's see if because we're still all waiting with bated breath, waiting for the first at least attempt with a shot from that halfway line. You can see the ball just has to be...
The three players of Travieso can make it.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. As can at least, I would say, at least two players for Casablanca. I mean, Jesse Bray, as you know, a very strong hitter. And, of course, Barto Castagnolo, well, he can hit that ball into the second half of next week.
Let's see Nacho if he goes for a two-pointer. Maybe, eh?
He definitely went for the direct shot up to the front door. Well, either way, I'm sure they would be happy picking up just that 1 point. Well, he tried to steer it in on the near side. That would have been 2 touches, one from the centre. So a little bit unlucky here.
Very good near side of Tincho. The ball went just 5 yards away. But already 4 minutes on the clock, and we already had 5 intentions of goal. The match is looking very good, Ian.
It is indeed. Here we go. Jesse Bray will get things underway. Bray out to the left-hand side. And, of course, they'll be looking very often here for the man with the number 3 on his shirt, Castagnola. But it'll be the other number 3, Tomas Panella. Remember the man who scored that amazing goal in the opening minute of this chukker. He will leave that one behind. Little daisy cutter up to the front door. Nice rotation working here. And that will be, a pretty straightforward walk in the park here. Nicely done by Travieso.
Great goal by Tomas Panelo. What a player. We've been talking about the new generation. He's part of it. He's always playing so well in every tournament in the world, in Argentina, in England, now here in the States. Very good partner to have. He scored a very nice goal and puts his team up again by 1 goal.
Indeed, he does, as the clock ticks down, of course. But I think you're absolutely right, Nito. We are in for a treat here this afternoon. Ball is back in play. Ganzi appealing there. Grant Ganzi appealing that somebody might have just cut in front of him. How did you see that?
We are going to, what was it, the replay? It was a ball played by Grant Ganzi. I think the player of Travieso cut in front of him. He had the ball on the near side. And he crossed the mallet in front of the player of Casablanca. I think we have a penalty for Barto Castagnola, who's been hitting the penalties very well all this season, no?
You're absolutely spot on. Indeed, I saw it exactly the same way. So a good call by, the appeal by Grant Ganzi. And, of course, the umpires really had no choice. It was quite blatant to see. So here we go then. The man with the number 3 on the shirt for Casablanca. Now, remember, their opening match after they won the All-Star Challenge didn't quite go to plan. They then turned everything around again when they played Santa Rita Trenque-Lauquen. So I'm pretty sure that Casablanca will be looking for a win here this afternoon. Here we go then. Barto Castagnola.
What a shot by Barto Castagnola, eh? I think that ball maybe even past 20, 30 yards more. He's a great player, but one of the players who is hitting more hard the ball in the tournament right now.
Cracking goal there, penalty for his first penalty for of the game. So well done, Barto Castagnola. Ball is thrown back into play once again. Castagnola will come out winning the ball for his team Casablanca. Remember, at the end of chukker number 3, we will be bringing you the halftime stats, and one of those will, of course, be the who has won the highest number of throw-ins at that point. Of course, all the stats coming your way, as I say, at halftime. That one had a slight deflection. Here we go then, and on the move, it looks like Travieso.
Tomas Panelo coming with the ball. He really very well the play. I think he will score in this one. What a nice cut shot he made.
A very nice cut shot, and not only that, that is goal number 3. So the 9-goaler and the 10-goaler here, not giving each other much. Castagnola with 3 goals to his name here is still in the first chukker, and of course Tomas Panella also with 3 goals.
7 minutes of play, 6 goals we had.
Incredible.
We cannot ask anymore, no?
We cannot complain, absolutely.
What a goal by Tomas Panelo. He read very well the play. Let's see now the last throwing of the chukker, how it goes. we didn't have time.
No, we
for
didn't
the
have
last.
time for that. So thank you very much. That will be it for Chucker number one. So already now, I'd like to thank Nito for coming in this afternoon to being with us. Make sure you stay with us. We'll be back after a very short break for what promises to be a very exciting Founders Cup match here in this group, bracket number 2. We'll be right back on CTV Sports.
Happy to be back in town, playing with the best teams, best boys, and on the best fields.
So we're gonna start the season a full power horse.
I'm just happy to be back in Florida. It's hometown. Looking forward to getting back on these amazing fields.
Hi, this is Manny Pacquiao. To the World Polo League host Mark and Melissa Ganzi, I would like to congratulate the both of you for the opening of 2023 polo season in Florida. Thank you also for welcoming my best friend Mikey Romero and his Global Port team to the Grand Champions Polo Club to compete in the highest level of polo in North America. I wish you all the best of luck during this season, and God willing, I can come and visit Florida to meet you also and cheer for our Global Port team. God bless everyone. Stay safe. Know that God is good all the time. Thank you. Mabuhay.
Welcome back and a very good afternoon once again here from CTV studios and headquarters here. I am delighted to have with me in the studio none other than six-goal player Nito Uranga, who is going to be making his debut in the next tournament that's coming up, of course, in the World Polo League. So once again, great to have you with us, Nito. Let's just talk about that first, Chucker. We saw 2 hat-tricks coming in from both teams, Casablanca with Castagnola and also Thomas Pinello scoring and hitting the target 3 times.
Very good first Chucker. Now the second started. Nacho picked Barto on a foul. Barto is playing Nelly, one of his favorite mares, the famous gray that he has here in the States. Now Travieso has a hit from the spot. Let's see if Nacho looks directly to goal or a short play to Tomas or Tincho.
Well, we know what a big hitter he is, and that was definitely on course. Nicely picked up by the number 3. You said it yourself there. Pinello, one touch. Look at that. He's found a little gap. Will that go through? What a cracking play. Anita, you called it.
7 minutes of play, 7 goals. We are watching a great game today. Nice pass by Nacho. Barto nearly had it. And then Thomas picked it very well. And from 60 yards, he shot directly to goal. If the ball was not coming in, Theo had the chance to put it inside. 5-3 the score. We are having a great game today, Jan.
Absolutely we are, and you said it, Theo Calle there, just making sure that he would have been in the right place at the right time, had that ball just run out of steam. So, Travieso coming out here, very, very strong, all guns blazing here in Chucker number 2. Ball is back in play, and it's picked up here by Damacho Pierres. Not able to finish it. Nice little backhand there from Nacho Navijo Estrada. Now then, will he find a purple shirt? He will. Barto, I think he got just the smallest of clips there on that hook. Theo Calle coming in. Cheeky little play there. Very unconventional the way he played that backhand on the inside. And right under the eye there, the watchful eye of our two mounted officials. Once again, let me tell you, it's Esteban Ferrari and, of course, the one and only Dale Schwetz out there. Talk us through
Very
that.
good play by Teo Calle, who make a nice tail shot for his partner. Nacho picked the line. Then he also picked the ball on Tomacho Pieres, and he had the line when Barto tried to play the ball in front of him. I think we have a penalty for Travieso. Very important penalty for them, so they can go up by 3. Let's see how Tincho is for the penalties today.
Yeah, this will be the first penalty for in favour of Travieso. The only penalty for we've seen so far, and that was again textbook, was in that first chucker by Barto Castagnola. And yeah, you said that Tincho has been taking all the penalties so far here for Travieso, so very consistent. The man with the number 2 on his shirt and the 7 goals. Here we go then. Let's see how he will fare here with this first penalty for.
The ball was stopped by Jesse Bray in the air, so I think we are going to have a safety. Was a good shot with good direction from Tincho, but Jesse has a good eye and was able to stop it and put it to the side. Let's see now from the safety, and one more chance for Tincho. Important for Travieso that they can put this one in.
Well, for those of you who are new to polo, let's just explain to you what happens or what's happening here. If a defending player knocks his ball over his own back line, similar to soccer, then of course you would have a corner kick in soccer. Well, we don't have a corner kick. We try and put that ball more or less on that spot where the ball crossed the line, but 60 yards back out into the field, but no further than 40 yards from the penalty for spot. So absolutely good call here, well spotted. A great deflection by Jesse Bray. So attempt number 2 here, slightly to the right now for Tincho Molos.
This one was very well hit, but it went a bit on the right post. But luck for Tincho, because this had a very good strength the ball, but not the best direction. Let's see how they play this knocking. I think they will try to look, Barto, he's trying to look for a spot on the right.
And again, good call here. Castagnola, after that ball being knocked in by Jesse Bray. Still Barto. Oh, a big swing. You don't see that very often now then. He was a little bit too slow on the turn there, Nacho Travieso Estrada. Otherwise, he would have taken that and run with it. On the halfway line, Calle sends it back. Nobody in purple home, but there is a man in grey, and that is Barto Castagnola. Now the rotation working. They're bringing Jesse Bray further forward. But again, nice pickup here by Panello.
Tomas Panello made a very good pick there, and now Tincho has the ball. Let's see how they play. They will try to look for Tomas. Tomas tried to get the ball from Jesse, and he makes it, but Jesse picks it up again.
Jesse, as we know, very, very strong player, an incredible hitter also. There comes the near side backhand. Well, he missed that, and that, of course, will be an open invitation here for Castagnola. And look at that pony open up here for the 10-goaler. Takes that ball out of mid-air. Can he finish it? Well, he needs a bit of support. Grant Ganzi would have been the next player, but he was taken out of the equation. Very good defensive play here by Travieso. It's going to be left for Tomacho Pieres.
I think they picked the occasion in that play. He made the ball well, but then when he crossed the line when he hit the ball, and I think we are going to have an open goal penalty for Casablanca, and they will have the chance to be 5-4 in the score. Bad luck for Travieso. They had the ball in the other end. Then they save a nice goal with a good back shot from Tincho Merlos. They nearly had it, but very well picked up by the Casablanca team, and now they will have, I think, a penalty from the 30 yards. We have the 45 seconds change now for change the horses. Great game. I think Barto will have the chance to put Casablanca for 5-4. Let's see how they go.
So you're absolutely right. Courtesy change number 2 here in Chucker number 2. And Travieso, of course, very much aware of who they're up against here this afternoon. Grant Ganzi, Tomacho Pieres, Barto Castagnola and Jesse Bray. And so far, they have been doing a very, very good job at keeping them at bay. Remember, they came in with a goal in hand, but are currently in the lead, have so far scored the only goal here in Chukka number 2. But that could be about to change if Castagnola puts this one through to bring his team within 1 goal of the 5 already scored, or the 4 scored plus the 1 on handicap for Travieso.
Goal from Barto Castagnola, 5-4. We had 4 goals from Barto, 4 goals from Panelo. I think they are the key players for each team. They are going to work a lot for them. And now it's 5-4 for Travieso.
Was the penalty 2 or 3? Was it 2 or 3 the penalty? The penalty there was just it was a 3. Thank you very much. Just looking over to our producer, it was a penalty 3. So he scored a penalty 4. He's now scored a penalty 3. Oh, it was a 2. It was a 2. That's what I think. I was a bit confused. I thought it was a 2, which is why I just wanted to make sure that my eyes weren't deceiving me there. So a penalty 2. He scored a 4 and now a penalty 2. And as you said, Nito, he's brought his team back within 1 goal. Now then.
Now from the throw-in, Jesse picked the throw-in. He make a big shot. The ball arrived to Tomás Panelo. The umpires are discussing if it was a foul or not. Maybe for me, Panelo arrived a bit earlier to the ball and Tomás was coming a bit late to the line. I think we will come. The third man will decide a throw-in, no foul.
No foul is well the third man.
Look from here from on top. There was Tomás Panelo was quite early on the ball.
So once again, our IRO, of course, who is at fieldside. Good afternoon, Mr. Steve Lane. As always, a man with the third eye, hence the title Third Man, to just verify what the 2 mounted officials will have seen. Now, if they, of course, are in disagreement, they will go to the third man. Remember that in the WPL, the teams have a challenge per half, and the umpires, of course, can trigger at any given time a play if they want to review something. But looking at the replay here, I think we might have had a player you might have just gotten clipped there.
See, Tomás Panelo was clipped a bit by Jesse Bray. Jesse was trying to hook him, and he hooked a bit his hand. I think nothing dangerous. We will start again with a penalty from the spot or with a throw-in.
Well, I'm just being told we're going to have a little timeout here, a little tactical timeout, just to allow Tomás Panelo to be maybe looked at or get the medical support that he might need. I think it's a good decision here. Well, no, they're going
I think it was a foul, and he's okay. He's okay. Nacho played the ball. He's trying to look Tincho on his right.
Yeah, good call. Once again, Tincho. Yeah, picks that up, and that is what you will see here all day. This what we like to call the one-touch polo. Tincho coming through very strong, but Bray not crossing that line. Oh, and that's a nice steal. Well, was it a steal? Because the umpires clearly think not.
I think Barto picked the ball well, and Tincho is coming from behind. Let's see what's the call. I think they will call a foul on Tincho. He came from behind to Barto. From here, he went inside his...
Yeah, riding into the swing.
Yeah, riding into the swing. I think we have a spot for Casablanca. Let's see how they play this ball. Let's see if they try to look Barto. He's on this mare that won the best playing pony on the first tournament, Barto. Luca Sofi.
Here we go then, Jesse Bray picking up that penalty 5A from the spot. Once again, just gave him a second or two just to get up into third, fourth gear now. Then look at the horsepower here from Castagnola. Nice little touch from Panelo. He will turn things around. Panelo just putting his mallet down. Will play that to himself. He's got Tomacho coming up. Slams on the brake. Tomacho got a piece of it, but coming through the center there. The rotation again working very well. Nacho, Navijo, Estrada. Tincho with a tail, the tail near side backhander there. And this could be another shot on goal for Tomás Panelo. Surprised that he put that one wide.
The first time that he misses a goal in the whole game. Every time he had the chance to score, he scored. This one went very close. Let's see how Casablanca place this ball from the end line, I think they will try to look Barto to the left. Barto coming back to the right. On Luca Sophie, that he has a lot of, he feels very well on her.
Trying to send that one up over the, well, he does send it over the halfway line. Tomacha also going up with him now. A very, very good ride off here. Hard work from Nacho Navijo Estrada, but he's managed to find a little gap, and Jesse Bray will pick that one up. But I think, oh, was there a whistle on that play?
I think there was no whistle. Good pass by Barto from the boards. He had Nacho with him, but he was able to hit the shot. Jesse was coming on speed. He made a good bump on Tomas Panelo, and the ball was on his side. Nice goal by Casablanca to tie the game. Jesse is a player who can play back, but goes on attack very well. And every time he goes, he scores.
Yeah, we like to see that. Jesse Bray, very, very strong, not only at back, playing the defender, but when that rotation kicks in and he drags the team forward. Great goal there by Jesse Bray, his first of the afternoon, and only the third player to have scored here. Remember, we've seen goals by Castagnola, and we've seen goals by Tomas Panelo. And that one.
Now we had a really good play by Nacho Novillo. He picked that ball and also went well on attack. We are finishing this second game 5-5. Very good second checker. The game is really good. We're going back to commercials.
We are indeed. Thank you very much. That is it for Chukka number 2. So all set, all even, 5 goals apiece. Make sure you join us when we come back for Chukka number 3 in just a few moments.
We're here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm where the PTF Polo ASSN Junior Tournament is being held for the first time ever at this location. And I mean, could you get a more beautiful venue? Probably not. The tournament includes players of all ages, starting with the youngest at just 2 years old and the oldest at 20 years old. So you've got all ages, all skill levels, and a whole lot of fun. Let's go check it out.
It reminds me of my days when I was in that position playing the kids tournament, and for us it meant the world. So I'm very happy to be here supporting my son and other kids as well, because I think they really enjoy this, and for them it's even more important than for us probably playing the 26 or the 22.
Well, that's a wrap on the PTF Polo ASSN Juniors Tournament at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. So much incredible talent coming up through the ranks. The future is certainly bright for the sport of polo. Now, for more information on the PTF, head to polotraining.org. And, of course, head to Chucker TV for all of our awesome content, including full game broadcasts.
Once again, a very warm welcome, a very good afternoon to you all out there on field number 1 at Grand Champions Polo Club, and of course to all of you out there watching this Founders Cup game 2023 on CTV Sports. Great to have you all with us. I am delighted to have with us here in the studio this afternoon none other than 6-goaler Nito Uranga, who will be making well, he's making his debut here in the studio, but he will also be making his debut at the World Polo League in our next tournament, playing for the Aspen Valley team alongside Nacho Figueroa, Sugar Erskine, and Max Charlton. Nito, once again, great to have you with us. Let's just talk about the first 2 chuckers here. Very, very even. They left the field 3 goals apiece, scored at least at the end of the first, and 2 goals to 1 at the end of the second. Of course, that 1 goal on handicap has left the score 5 goals apiece. Is it too early to say who might have the slight edge here in this game?
Yes, too early because it's very even. both are looking for a spot in the semi-final. Now we have a knocking for Casablanca. Let's see how Jesse plays the ball. We can see that Tomacho and Grant are working to give us a spot to Barto. Barto will look the long ball. Look what a great hit by Jesse Bray. Let's see if Barto can make it. But Tomacho right first and makes a really good next shot.
Yeah, and he'll be looking to see if Barto can keep that one in play. Barto will have a look over his shoulder when he's pushed into the corner. Yeah, and a cheeky but a very effective play there by, once again, Tomas Panello. Just taking the man, then the ball. Very good non-call here by our two, of course, very, very experienced umpires. Let me just remind you who they are. Esteban Ferrari and, of course, the one and only Dale Schwetz. But now then, you give this young man a chance. Well, he will take you to the cleaners any day of the week. Cracking goal, well read by Tomacho Pierres.
Great pass from Barto Castaneda from the balls. And like I told you earlier today, Tomacho is a player that can work a lot for him. But when he gets the ball, he goes directly to the goal. Very good goal for Casablanca and puts them one goal ahead for the first time in the game.
Indeed, he does. And again, you can see on your screens there with how much composure and with very little effort, really, he makes it look so easy. Ball is very quickly thrown back in here on the halfway line. And the man who just scored that goal.
Yes, I think now they call a foul on Tincho Marlos. Tomacho make a hook on the number one player of Travieso, and when he got the ball on his right side, Tincho came from behind. I think we have a penalty from the spot for Casablanca. Let's see how they played. They tried the long one in the last knocking. Let's see if they try the same right now.
Well, that is still for this man riding into the back shot. Thank you very much. But even though this is a little bit further than the halfway line, well, if a man could score from there, well, he is definitely one of those contenders. Jesse Bray not hitting that cleanly at all. It'll be met and picked up and turned around here by Merlos, but straight away in for the challenge. Look at the quickness, the speed of the stick work there by Castagnola. One of the players has lost his mallet. And we're going to have a whistle on that play.
Yeah, no, I think Tincho Marlos is waiting for Barto to get his stick back because they hook together. And I think Travieso will play the ball again.
Yeah, exactly as you called it. Castagnola will pick up this deep ball, which has gone deep into his own half. Now again, look how he's just taking his time. Great horsemanship, of course. Great skills here. But I'm liking this. Teokaye, not in the slightest phased by that 10-goaler. He's on the boards there. And that was more a shot out of desperation and a quick steal. They all stop and turn, and we have another whistle.
Let's see now from the drone where the line was. Tomas Panello is saying that Tomacho was a bit on the right place of the line. I think they will call a foul on Tomacho. See, as you can see in the replay, when the ball goes to him, he's on the left and then he switches to the right, crossing the line of Tomas Panello that was going to that one. I think we are going to have a penalty 3, no? Penalty 3,
yeah, looks like we will have indeed. Well, you're absolutely right.
Travieso will have the chance to tie the game. Let's see if Tomas or Tincho take it. I think Tincho is getting ready to hit that penalty 3. Important penalty for them.
Very important.
Give them the chance to tie the game and to play these 5 minutes of the first half. Like we've been talking about, if they win, they have the chance to go to penalties, no?
Yes.
Very important game for them. Let's see how Tincho goes. Very well hit by Tincho.
Yeah, of course, as to be expected. Well, he's been very consistent, Tincho Merlos. picking up his first goal from the penalty 3 spot. So, as you said, with that goal, he ties the game. It is 6 goals apiece, and we are still only in chukker number 3. Remember, we're going to have the halftime stats coming up right after this chukker, so don't go anywhere. Stay with us before we go into our halftime break, which will be sort of 3 to 4 minutes. Ball back in play, picked up by Barto Castagnola. Around the outside, trying to lose as much of any opposition as he possibly can. Bouncing pony. We're not seeing that much of Grant Ganzi yet getting into this game, but he does work very hard in the second and third row, trying to create the spaces for his attackers to then obviously run with it. Castagnola puts his stick down, nicely done, turns it very quickly, gets a pretty hard bump there from Tincho Merlos, and you see Grant there struggling to get that pony going. All happening very, very quick, and similar to the game that we had this morning, exceptionally high pace here displayed by both teams.
Well defended by Travieso. Now they're looking for a good attack. Tomas hits the ball long to Nacho. Nacho passes Barto. Let's see if they can hit it to Teo Calle, who has a next shot. Let's see if Teo can put it inside. Barto stopped it there.
Yeah, unlucky, but what a powerful shot there from Nacho Visual Estrada. Teo read it well. He got himself into the rumble seat there, but now back to Casablanca and back to Barto Castagnola. Jesse Bray coming in to take Panello out of the equation, and this is exactly the effect of that, because look at that, all of a sudden, Barto has the space, can run this ball himself, still Castagnola going back with him, and I have to applaud him for that. Teo Calle, well, he did enough. He got on his hip there, and I think he did enough to just disrupt that flow, that attack. Now then, Ganzi will send it back towards that goal mouth with the number 3, Tomas Panello.
I think they blow the whistle. We are going to go to a courtesy change. We were running for 4 minutes without stopping. The last play, Travieso nearly scored in the other side, and they run all, Casablanca run the ball until this side. So I think it's a good call of the umpires.
Very
to
good
give,
call,
courtesy change, because they were a bit,
coming to their limit.
It's good not to take them to the limit and give them chance to be fresh again for the last chukker, because I think all these horses will play back again. And we will come back with I think fair play ball that is in favor of Travieso. Tomas Panello had the ball in control, and he will play the ball from the end of the line. We are seeing a great game. It's very even. We had 4 goals from Tomas Panello and 1 from Tincho Merlos.
Correct.
And for Casablanca, we had 4 from Barto, 1 for Tomacho, and 1 from Jesse.
Correct.
Sí. So it's a really good game. The field is looking awesome. Travieso, I think, is playing the best game in the season. They clutch very well. All the players are in a very good position. And Teo is working a lot.
Yeah, he is. He's getting involved, but we know that from Teo Calle. Getting involved, and he had that chance earlier when Nacho sent him that under the neck shot. Just a little bit off centre for him to do something with, but no, you're absolutely right. Teo Calle, great to see him get involved.
Let's see how Travieso plays this ball now. They have a chance to have a play. I think they will look Tomas Panello long on the right. He's looking for a spot where Nacho can hit the ball. Great hit by Nacho. Very well read by Jesse Bray. I was there to wait for the ball.
Yeah. And he gets challenged. And then, of course, it's left for Castagnola. Castagnola will take the route around the outside. A very low ball. Again, that rotation working super well here for Casablanca. Jesse Bray read it very well, but he knew that there was going to be some traffic he would run into. Now Jesse Bray with a little cheeky little backhander, trying to feed it up to Castagnola, but Tomacho. And Tomacho is once again in the right place at the right time, picking up his second goal here in chukker number 3.
Great goal by Tomacho. He picked Tincho very well and had the ball on the near side. Then he gave a small touch to leave Nacho out of play. And when he got the next shot, he just put the ball inside the goal, very close to the right post. Very good stick work by Tomacho. And he puts Casablanca up on the score by 1.
Cracking goal. Goal number 2, as I said here, for Tomacho Pierres. Let's have a little look at the clock. We're coming up to the 1.5-minute mark here left to play in this first half. I'll be very keen to see what those stats will tell us. Remember, they'll be coming up on your screens right after this this chucker. Ball is back in play, and Castagnola will pick it up on the halfway line and try and drill one downfield. Ganzi tried to extend, puts his stick down. Near side forehand attempt, still Ganzi. And once again, Travieso able to regain possession. And, of course, they will be looking, if they can, for the equaliser before they go into the halftime break. Now then, on the move, on a very quick pony here, Tincho Merlos.
The next shot there. Great play in the midfield by Teo Calle to control Grant Ganzi and give the chance to Tomas Panelo to play the ball. Tomas make a really nice pass to Tincho Merlos, who had a next shot and went wide to the left. Let's see if they can make the knocking with a couple of seconds on the clock.
Here we go then, Jesse Bray. The last few seconds of play here in the first half. And as you said, plenty of goals here. 6 in the first chucker, 3 in the second and 3 in the third here. Well, we're expecting a lot more of those here when we come back for the second half, down to the last few seconds of play. And I'm sure the players could do with a well-deserved rest. And that will be it. Matt Horn will stop now. They're still playing. Yeah, ball is still very much alive. Tomacho. Well, this will probably be the last offensive or the attack play of this first half. There it is, and finally the bell was is rung. So, as I said, 3 goals either side in the first, 2 goals either side in the second. Beg your pardon, 2 goals to 1 in the second chucker in favour of Casablanca. They did exactly the same as they did in chucker 2, in chucker 3. Again, 2 goals to 1. Here then are those stats. Well, they speak for themselves. Not much in it. 6 to 7 as far as goals are concerned. Travieso with a couple of 3 more shots on goal than Casablanca. Knock-ins, well, Casablanca clearly there will have the upper hand with a 5 to 1. Throw-ins again winning more than 50%, 60% of those throw-ins. Fouls committed again, not much in it there, just 4 to 5. Penalties scored again. Just a very marginal issue there, a 60-yarder and a 30-yarder. So overall, we will have a short break and we'll be back, and we hope you will be as well, for what promises to be a very exciting second half here in the Founders Cup, coming to you live from Grand Champions Polo Club on Field 1. Stay tuned here on CTV Sports.
This is a championship meet. All the best jockeys in the world are here, and I'm excited to ride against them. And you get to watch some really incredible, talented athletes out there.
To us, it's a place to be in the winter.
I love Gulfstream Park because of the racing.
The palm trees, the beach is right here. The horse racing is some of the best in the country.
A lot of good horses come out of here. If you want to go to the next level, Gulfstream Park was the place to come.
I remember the first time I came to Gulfstream, it was like this big fairy tale place. All the history. And all these great horses, trainers, jockeys. It was everything I ever dreamed of.
My name is Augustine Malman. I am a chef. I trained with my uncle in Argentina in several restaurants, and now I travel the world creating unique experiences, all cooked with fire. For this event, we came from California. My team and I had some previous events there, and we traveled with my wood oven trailer and all of our grills from Santa Barbara, California. Well, when we got here, we always arrive about a week prior to the event. There's several things that we order from out of town, like the firewood. We make reservations of all of the rental items, kitchen equipment, anything we need prior to our arrival is already reserved. And then once we arrive into town, we'll source out whatever products are on the menu, like fish, red meats, you know, fruit, vegetable, anything that we need specifically for that menu that we chose, we will source it once we get in town. My team is everything. I mean, I always tell them and to my clients, without a good team, you can't execute these kind of dinners. It takes a lot more work than what people see when they show up to the events. It takes, like I said, I mean, sometimes weeks to prepare for an event like this because we're traveling from out of town, so we have to source everything we're not familiar with. The new barn is, I mean, we're here. This is the first dinner we're doing here, so we're very excited to be here. It's amazing. It's a great place to be, and it has this inner courtyard, which is amazing to do dinners, with a special area back here behind me to do all of our grilling and the fire showcase. So it's great to be here. It's a beautiful place. It's very different being up in the mountains, but I mean, I feel with Melissa and Mark and all the events we do together, I mean, I feel like it's home. You know, we've been cooking for them for about 4 or 5 years now. But as far as showcasing what we want to showcase and being in an incredible place like Aspen Valley Polo Club, that's no difference to Wellington. I mean, it's a beautiful place up here. It's going to be a 4-course seated meal. As the first course, we have a halloumi cheese that we sear on our fire plancha with shrimp, pine nut gremolata sauce on top. The second course seated will be a roasted beetroot salad with goat cheese and arugula, lemon zest and olive oil. And then the main course tonight will be a mashed potato, sweet potato puree with skirt steak and chimichurri sauce. My name is Augustine Malman, and we are in Aspen Valley Polo Club, one of the most beautiful places to do an outdoor fire dinner experience.
Foot golf is a kind of life, and also it's a combination about golf and football.
So I got into sport through social media. Someone approached me on Twitter and said, "Have you tried it?" I'd never heard of it at that point. So I went to my local course and tried it and just completely fell in love with the game.
This is not as easy as it looks on your body. It's a lot of kicking. We don't normally kick this many hard kicks in soccer.
For me, this and the U.S. Open are the 2 top U.S. tournaments. It's something we all look forward to every single year.
Great fun, and I think everyone will enjoy it when they try it. You can't not have fun.
When you set goals at the start of the season and you're able to achieve them at the end of the year, I think I can speak for everyone and say when we set goals and we make the sacrifices that we make, which a lot of people don't see, and then it all comes to fruition, it's a good feeling.
I literally live, breathe foot golf.
Exciting to start. The field was amazing. We knew that it was a really tough team that we had against. Mark always puts a really strong team in the field, and it was Gilberto's first game, tournament and everything, so happy that he did good. I used to play a lot with Pablo when I was younger. We were cousins and we played a lot of kids tournament together until we played the Open together. Then a few years we played against each other. And now, we had the opportunity to play back again, and he feels really good. Have a lot of connection, and with Alejandro, I played last year here with Melissa. He's a great defender, a great back. He plays really simple. He understands the game really good, so he makes things simple. And Gilberto, I think he had a really good game. Yeah, I think yes. Well, this is a single elimination tournament, so winning today was keeping one foot in the tournament. So it was really nice now that we have another game in the weekend to keep playing, and yes, a lot of fun.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to have you with us here on this, our second match, our doubleheader of the Founders Cup. With me, once again, great to have you with us, Nito Uranga, and we're very much looking forward to seeing him in the saddle when he takes centre stage here with his team Aspen Valley alongside Nacho Figueres, Sugar Erskine, and of course, just flown in from England, dear friend of ours here at Grand Champions Polo Cup, Mr. Max Charlton. Nito, let's just talk about this first half. I mean, I think to sum it up, it's been a fantastic half, a lot of goals, and still at half-time, we've seen the stats, very hard to gauge who might just have the slight advantage here.
Yeah, I'm very happy to be here today with you this afternoon. We are watching a great game. Both teams are playing very well in the high level. I think Travieso is playing the best game they've been playing in the whole season. They have Casablanca, who is the champion of the last one, just by 1 goal. I think in these next 3 checkers, we are going to see a really good game. Very happy to be here with you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a pleasure having you here. Now, tell me how important, because Dale and I, we talk about this a lot, and it really has become a big strategy within the game, especially when it comes to these courtesy changes a bit later on during the game. How much of a difference do you think the horsepower is going to make when they make these courtesy changes, especially at a game that is so close like this?
See, the courtesy change give you the chance to play the horse always fresh, and so you can play it again in the second half very well again. And I think regarding to strategy, they've been talking a bit in the tent. Casablanca needs a bit more of Grant Gansi with the ball. He's been working a lot, but we have to see him a bit more with the ball.
I agree.
Today he had some passes, but he was not too clear with the ball. And Travieso, maybe if they can put Tincho a bit more on top,
yeah,
and give them some more balls. Most of the balls have been going through Tomas Panelo, but it's always nice to have Tincho in front with the ball and making those nice runs that we are accustomed to see him. So let's see what happens in the last 3 checkers. Travieso is playing their last card to give him the chance to go to penalties.
Correct.
To go through and have a chance on the semi-final. And Casablanca, they've been playing strong all the season. They won the first tournament. Now they would like to be again on the semis. They lost, I think, on Wednesday after they won on Sunday the
Correct.
tournament. Playing back on a Wednesday when you won a Sunday is always very difficult. I think that's what really happened to them in the first game. I see them very strong today, back in their plan, having Bartov with the ball a lot, and when he has to make all those long shots, he has Tomacho very well positioned.
Yep.
And also Jesse Brake closing the door on the end, but he goes very good on attack. This time he went once on attack and he scored. That's very important for a back when he goes to score and be efficient on the play, no?
Well said indeed. And with that, I can tell you now, if you look at your screens, as you can see, the players are back on the field. And here we go then. Ball is thrown into play. Once again, your 2 mounted officials out there this afternoon on that field. Number 1 at Grand Champions Polo Club, Esteban Ferrari, and of course the one and only Dale Schwetz. Third man, as always, Mr. Steve Lane. And, well, you touched on him just now. Nito, there he is again, doing what he does so well. And look at that, Grant Gansi could be in for his first goal. He's topped that one, but has it gone through? Yes, it has. And I think that's going to do a lot of good here for Grant Gansi, especially as far as building up his confidence. The pass, once again, a very long ball. And look at that pony open up here from Gansi. No immediate danger. And Gansi just wallops that one through, cracking
goal. We were talking about him just before.
Just before, exactly. So you called it.
Casablanca needs those appearances that he does, that transition from working to get the ball. Let's see now if Travieso can get the ball here in the throw-in.
Ball is back in play, very quickly taken away by Castagnola once again on the move. Just that one touch. How many more will he take? There is touch 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, just toying with it. So Casablanca coming out here very, very strong, and Castagnola picking up his 5th goal of the game.
They came hot from the tent, eh?
They did.
I think Lolo was talking to them a bit in the tent and putting them on some pressure. 1 minute of play, 2 goals. They win all the balls of the Chakar. They are very strong. Let's see if Travieso can catch them up in this next 6 minutes of this Chakar.
Well, for the first time, we have a 3-goal cushion here that they've managed to create for Casablanca. Now, that's the other man we were just talking about, Tincho Merlos. Sends another very deep ball downfield. Teo Kaya once again right in the thick of it there, but Castagnola, he is everywhere to be seen and everywhere to be found. Very hard work, and now Panella will steal it, takes it around the outside. Well, this is a good steal here, a cut shot. Now he faked the cut shot. Now, what's he going to do here? Here comes that cut shot. Oh, and he's just put that one wide. I like the way he faked the first one, wanted to get a little bit more space to play that cut shot and just slightly overcut it.
The second cut shot was too good.
Yeah,
it
too
was
good.
Too good. I went just by 1 inch.
Ball back in play, of course, brought in by Mr. Jesse Bray. And you can see that combination working very well, Bray and Castagnola. Castagnola will now send Bray up the field. Will he send it back to Jesse? Sends it out to the right-hand side. Well, that clearly was the game plan. Tincho Merlos coming back with the 7-goaler, both of them overriding. Who's going to be the first man on the ball? It'll be the man with the number 3. Very, very strong, having scored 4 goals so far, Tomas Panello. Chip shot over all the players. And now that rotation also taking form here with Travieso. Playing with the number 4, little under the next shot there from Nacho. Navijo Estrada looking to send it back to Panella, but Bray came back. Playing a very solid defending role. Little flick of the wrist down. It looks like...
the ball hit
Barto, I think.
on his left leg.
And he's
now we are going to watch on the replay. I think he had hit his boot. But let's see now. Oh, yes. It hit nearly on the fingers.
Oh, that would have been painful.
Very painful, yeah. Because Tincho made a very good back shot and the ball was going in a lot of speed. I think he's been suffering a bit right now.
Yeah, no, he'll be hurting. So we're just going to have a little injury timeout here and hope that the medics will be able to give him the all clear. As we see Jesse Bray already taking making the most of this opportunity to go and get himself on a fresh set of legs here. So they came out guns blazing. Remember, let's just go through those first 3 chuckers. Remember that Travieso came in with a goal in hand. They're coming in off 25 goals. Casablanca coming in off 26 goals. Chucker number 1, 3 goals apiece. A hat-trick by Barto Castagnola. There you see him on your screen. And also a hat-trick by Tomas Panello. Of course, with that goal in hand, it was 4 goals to 3 at the end of the first. Chucker number 2, Casablanca did exactly what they did in that chucker and in chucker number 3, scoring twice on both occasions, and just a single goal coming in from Travieso, 1 again from Tomas Panello, and a penalty 3 conversion by Tincho Merlos. And that's how they left the field at the half-time interval, 7 goals to 6 in favour of Casablanca. And then it was very much Grant Ganzi getting not only his very good first touch, but also his first goal. And again, another goal by Castagnola. No goals scored just yet by Travieso, but I'm pretty sure, Anito, that will change.
Yes. Travieso needs to score. Travieso has a very important game today. That if they win, they will give him a chance to be on the penalty shootouts for the semi-final. Barto is back on the saddle. That's good.
That's good news indeed. Yep.
I think we will have a throw-in, and we will start again the first checker. Some of the players went and changed horses, so they came with the fresh rounds again. So we will not have the horses change. I just saw Mariano Valent the groom of Barto, that brought him the fresh horse. He's his groom around the world. He travels with him. He knows him very well. He puts his horses with a lot of power and has them in very good shape. They are a very good duo. They travel together around the world, and I'm very happy to see Barto's horses as they are in this season here in Palm Beach.
So tell me, as you will be taking stage, of course, when you play in that next tournament, what's it like for you, a former 7-goaler, now a 6-goaler? I'm very much looking forward to seeing you play. Do you at all feel intimidated by some of these big names, or are they all friends to a certain degree and you have a lot of mutual respect? Or
No, mutual respect, but I'm not intimidated. I like to play against this type of players. It's like a challenge, no?
Okay.
It's always nice to play against the best ones. I think also it's a tournament where there are a lot of very good amateurs players.
Yes.
Playing too.
Indeed.
Like in this game, very good Theo and Granty. Look, Granty now has the ball. We start again this throwing. Let's see how they go now.
Well, he's definitely picked up a lot of confidence from that goal. This man on the move here. That ball will just hop over the sideboard, so we will have a change of possession. And of course, his new polo helmet, which has been a lot of talk here in the studio. I'd like to also welcome, if he's watching, our friends from Casablanca, Stephen Alexander and his crew. I'm sure he'll be happy with the way things are going so far. Jesse Bray will pick this one up now. Then let's see Grant going out on his left side. And you see, he's a big lad, is Jesse Bray. Not that easy to get round, but I like, again, the tenacity here of Theo Calle. Now then, can Grant Gansey keep that one? Oh, he does. That's a cracking second goal here by Grant Gansey. Well, you see, just one goal in that last, what he scored, and all of a sudden, you know, the floodgates are open. Let's look at this again as it comes down the line and hammers that one through.
We talk about him, Jan, during the break of the halftime. We know that Casablanca used him a lot. They were waiting for him to be present in the score. He had two chances to score, and he scored. So now Casablanca back again, up by 4. They're playing very solid this checker. They came out very pumped up, no? You say like that?
Indeed. Yes, they did indeed. And we are still going to have, despite we had that little issue with Barto,
with Tomacho. Tomacho had a problem with his tack. I can see the grey horse now running with a problem. How you call? We call it bajador in Spanish. Yeah.
Yeah.
How you call it in English? Come on, Jan.
You've got me stumped now. The martingale.
Yeah. I don't know. See, they're trying. It's on boxes in pit stop. No.
Yes.
Trying to fix it. He's agreed that he likes to play a lot, some minutes, every 2 or 3 minutes every checker. He has a lot of confidence in her. He just jumped on her to finish this last part of the 4th checker. Casablanca came out very strong, eh?
Very strong. At the moment, if we look at the way things have been going here with, just under 3 minutes left to play here. 3-0, 2 cracking goals from Grant Gansey. And, of course, as to be expected, another goal from Barto Castagnola. He didn't score in checker number 3. He thought he'd give Tomacho Pires a couple of goes, and he made the most of that. He also hitting the target twice. So with Grant, of course, now also having scored, everybody at Casablanca on the score sheet.
Back in play now, eh?
Back in play. And over at Travieso, only Tomacho, I beg your pardon, Tincho Merlos and Thomas Pinello so far on the score sheet. And, they've got quite a bit of work to do here. As you said, they are down by 4 goals. Bray will send that out to the outside. Well, I see, but again, look, this is team play at its best. He gets the support here from Castagnola, again with a nice little spin on that board. Perfectly placed here for Gansey. Well, he got a piece of it. Maybe not quite as much as he would have liked, but he timed it just right. So Grant Gansey getting stronger and stronger here in this second half. Now, man, let's watch this man, Thomas Pinello. He's always good for a surprise or two. We'll send that one towards that halfway line to Nacho Novillo Estrada, but he's got Barto going up with him. Now Grant Gansey, the 2 number 1s battling it out. Grant up against Theo Calle. leaves it for the Secretary of Defense at Casablanca. That, of course, is Jesse Bray. Merlos sends it back. Look how quickly Nacho turned his pony. Now, he's another one of those big hitters. Panella going up deep. Still, Nacho, Novijo, Estrada wants to go around the outside of Grant Ganzi. Oh, and he just put that one wide.
Very close by the right post. Very good play by Travieso. Tincho make a very good back shot to Nacho. Nacho bring the ball nearly from the 80 yards to the goal, and when in the last tap, the ball just went wide. Let's see how Casablanca plays this ball. I think Jesse will try to look a spot for Barto on the left. Barto has clear play on the left.
Yeah, a lot of space, and this is, of course, clever, intelligent polo, which is being played here by Casablanca, making the most of the open spaces, and if there aren't any, they will find the open space. Look at this, Barto Castagnola slightly overshoots this one. Panella will be the first man, but I think the ball had already gone over the back line. Well, he is a danger from any corner of the field.
Sí, Bardo has a shot from nearly from everywhere, no? The ball just went a bit wide to the right. Now Nacho is coming back to make this knocking.
Well, he just...
But no time to...
No, just running out of time. So, very much the Casablanca show here in Chaka number 4. 3 goals to 0. Travieso are going to have to come up with something special, which I'm sure they will. Make sure you join us when we come back here for the penultimate 5th and, of course, final 6th Chaka right here on CTV Sports.
The World Polo League, a new breed of polo.
Hi, I'm Tomacho Pieres.
Hello, I'm Nacho Figueras.
Hello, I'm Martín Muñoz.
I'm Gonzalito Pieres.
I'm Alejandro Novillo Estrada.
Hello, I'm Nacho Novillo Estrada. I made goals and here back in Aspen.
Welcome back, everybody. Chaka number 5 about to start, and that last chaka is where Casablanca really turned up the heat. I'd like to once again welcome Nito Uranga. Good to have you with us here, Nito. Well, what did you make of that last chaka? 3 unanswered goals here by Travieso, twice Grant Ganzi getting on the score sheet, and of course, as always, Barto Castagnola.
Very good chaka by Grant Ganzi. Now Nacho making the knocking, looking for Tincho. Travieso knows that they have to play very well this last chaka, this 5th chaka, to have chances in this game. Tomás Panelo with the ball. trying to see if he can find a shot. Great shot by Tomas Panelo. They're looking good. Wow, what a goal by Tomas Panelo.
And once again, you called it, just timed it perfectly. Tomas Panelo looking or creating that space. And once he felt comfortable and he was still going, he decided to, and he's done that before. He did that in the first chukker as well when he scored a hat-trick. So a cracking goal, and not only a cracking goal, but a very important goal to bring Travieso back into this game.
Yes, now 10-7 on the score. Very important goal for Tomas and for his team. Let's see this throwing, who wins the throwing.
Well, of course, this is very instrumental in winning those throw-ins, and Travieso have done exactly that. It'll be the man with the number 2, Tincho Merlos. Now then, what's he going to do? He's going to go around the outside of Teo Calle. So all of a sudden, and again, you called it, Travieso having to step up to the plate, and they're doing a very good job here.
In the fourth checker, Casablanca was 1 goal, 1 minute, 2 goals. Now 1 minute of play, 2 goals by Travieso. Nice last tap by Tincho. Tincho played all the ball since the midfield. Very important for him to score his first goal in play. Let's see this throwing, how it goes.
Yeah, the sweetest of touches there by Tincho Merlos, and I'm sure this will send shockwaves throughout the team in a positive way, but also keep Casablanca focused now. Jesse Bray trying to run round the outside. Oh, a little bit of a deflection. Bray!
Wow. What a goal by Jesse Bray, He nearly lost the ball. He crashed 2 times on Panelo, and he was able to put the ball on the near side. He was even hooked,
Yeah. So great composure once again. I think they came off the back of the pony's leg, which kicked it forward.
1 minute 30 of play and 3 goals.
Incredible.
What a game
I was just going to say, in the shortest amount of time, and this is what happens in the game of polo at this level, of course, 26 goal, the highest level of polo. Oh, a good steal. Bray now, he wants to know. He picks it up on the near side. Bray, once again, pushing and pulling his team forward. He looks over his shoulder, Bray, to make it a full dozen. And he will not have that one taken away from him. So,
what a goal by Jesse Bray. He hooked Nacho because Nacho saw that Tomas Panelo was gone. He hooked him and he kept the ball and he scored the end. It was like a 2-goal play, this one,
Yes.
Because Travieso had the ball, had the chance, had Tomas Panelo away. Nacho tried to make a long shot, but just with the last inch of the stick, Jesse Bray was able to hook him and score in the other end. Let's see this throwing.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. So that 4-goal cushion restored very quickly after that very quick attack here from Travieso. In this 5th chukker, a goal coming from Tincho Merlos and Tomas Panelo, that cracking goal that we saw he took. And where's that ball going to land? Well, it's going to be saved on the doorstep. Once again, Tincho Merlos doing a superb job dodging a bullet. That would have made it a 5-goal cushion. Now then, can they turn defense into offense? Teo Calle finds himself in the perfect position here. Calle, he's got Jesse Bray coming up in hot pursuit. Calle, can he finish this one? That's a cracking goal here by Teo Calle. Well done.
What a game we are having. And nearly a goal of Casablanca, of an next shot of Barto that was inches away from goal. Then they pass from defense to offense. Teo Calle was there and make great taps, and in the last tap he was able to put it inside and to crash Jesse Bray so he cannot make the near side. Great play by Teo Calle. He knows how to play polo very well. His team needs him. Now he puts the game again away by 3 goals. 12-9 is the score. We are going to have a free change. How many goals we have this checker?
So far we have 5 goals.
And how many minutes of play?
Exactly.
3 minutes.
3 minutes. So it is, as you would say, impresionante. But I must ask you, Teo, you say Calle or is it Calle?
I don't know, but today is Teo the machine goaler.
See, today it is Teo the machine. Well said.
He's working. He's being everywhere. He tried a lot on Barto and other players. Then now he had to catch Grant because Grant was coming back with a lot of goals. He just scored a nice goal and he puts his team back on track, no?
Absolutely. So, courtesy change, players coming back out. And as we just said, 5 goals scored, 1 by Teo, 1 by Tincho, and 1 by Thomas. The 3 Ts, you could actually say, the 3 Ts. All scoring in that chukker. And, of course, Jesse Bray with 2 absolute phenomenal goals here also for Casablanca. So,
important 3 minutes coming, eh?
Yeah. 3 goals in it and a little over 3 minutes left to play here in the penultimate 5th chukker. And
let's see who wins the throw-in.
Yes, that is going to be so important. Well, it looks like Thomas Pinello, just bode his time there, buying his time, just waiting for that pickup on the near side. Now in comes Tincho. Great drone footage here. Tincho Merlos not able to control it. Castagnola will leave that one for Jesse Bray, and he will send it back to Castagnola. He saw him facing or turning out to the right-hand side. Good understanding and that anticipation here, and that seems to be working very well, this duo between Barto Castagnola and Jesse Bray. And also this man looking for his 3rd goal of the afternoon. I could have maybe taken a bit more time there, rushed out a little bit.
Bueno, but it's okay. He had the chance to hit the ball. He knows that he can score from there. He made a very nice shot, and the ball went just wide to the left post. Let's see Nacho with this knocking, if he can put a good play for Travieso. I think they're going to look Tomas on the right.
Yeah, there it comes, but Casablanca standing very deep there once again. Good a bit of defensive play there by double G Grant Ganzi. Pinello now. He's got Tincho behind him. In comes the challenge from Tomacho. Now then, Tincho on the near side. Cuts it a bit too fine. Tomacho will stick with the player. Jesse Bray will turn things around. I'll be prepared for a big shot. Well, he topped it slightly, able to correct himself. Nacho Nvijo Estrada will try and send it back. He did well, and he saw that there was a little bit of room for him to work with over there for Tincho Merlos. He's now done the same mistake, topping that ball. So the next man will be Castagnola. Barto up against Thomas Pinello. So 9 goals up against 10 goals. And as you said, a lot of mutual respect here. Tomacho will pick that ball up. Let's have a look at the clock. The clock is approaching that 1 minute mark here in chukker number 5. 4 players on the boards. Picked up very quickly by Nacho Nvijo Estrada. Intercepted by the number 3, Thomas Pinello. Now, what's he got up his sleeve now? He's up against Castagnola. Still Thomas. Wants to get through those 2 grey shirts. And remember, you cannot tackle a player from either side or from both sides in a game of polo.
I think they're going to pick Jesse Bray on the last play. Here we are watching the replay. Thomas had a play and he tried to go into the goal. Jesse went on the ball and he had no play. Let's see what the umpires say. I think it's going to be a penalty too for Tincho to go. If they score, they will go 12-10.
Well, we can tell you from the umpires on the third man, an uneven ride-off was the official call.
Perfect.
And as a result of that, we will see a penalty too. You called it, and indeed, it'll be taken by Tincho Merlos. And that will not be a mistake for Tincho, picking up his 2nd goal here in this chukker. He scored a penalty 3 back in chukker number 3. And of course, with this penalty too, he brings his team into double figures. So
they close the gap, eh?
They are closing the gap, and that will be it for chukker number 5. So 4 goals to 2. Travieso win this chukker. We will have the briefest of breaks. Make sure, because you do not want to miss the 6th chukker when we come back right here on CTV Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Once again, a warm welcome. Chucker number 6 about to start. Chucker number 5. Well, what a turnaround. And once again, good afternoon. Great to have our special guest this afternoon, Nito Uranga. You said it at the end of the 5th Chucker during which Travieso did not score at all. They had to come up with something special, and they did, scoring a total of 4 goals in Chucker number 5 versus the 2. They were great goals by this man, Jesse Bray, but that was the turnaround. So now with a 2-goal difference here, a lot to play for here between these two teams. Casablanca looking for their second win, and of course Travieso with a hope of making it through to the finals.
Yeah, important play by Travieso now. Nacho has the ball. Let's see if he can find Tincho. Very well picked up by Tincho. Let's see now. The ball bounced just in the last tap. Barto has the control on the near side.
Well, what do you think now will be, if you were the coach, what would you have advised Travieso to do here? What would your game plan be, Nito, in this 6th and final Chucker?
Try to score.
Yes, okay. Try to score.
Let's see if you can have the ball a bit away from Barto. Very well played now by Teo Calle to make that back shot. Nacho has it. Let's see. What a nice tail shot by Nacho. And Teo Calle went again back from defense to attack. One more time Teo was called by Panelo. What a near side by Panelo. Amazing near side. Let's see if he can go through Barto one more time.
Oh.
Whoa. Let's see Teo now.
Yeah, there he is. Well done, Teo Calle, just finding himself again in that perfect position. A little bit unlucky.
See, they will call him. He had the ball on the near side and he picked it on the right side. Good play by Travieso. They already had 2 chances to score in this Chucker, and we had only 1 minute of play.
Yeah, there's the foul. Jesse Bray, of course, read that well. He saw that coming. You absolutely called it once again. He should have, Teo, had he taken that on the near side. So
let's see now, Jesse. He will try to look Barto. Oh, he has also Grant on top. Maybe Barto will come back on the back. Very well played by Tincho there.
Yeah, gets a nice piece of it. Now then, the 2 number 1s, Grant Ganzi. Plenty of space to work this ball. He needs to try and lose Teo Calle. And he fumbled a little bit on the halfway line. But there's always that man, Jesse Bray, who will send that ball back. Ganzi with a cut shot to try and center that ball, get it more in line with those goalposts. Very, very hard on himself, but he's been doing a great job. Once again, here comes the supporting shot. Pushes him out to the left-hand side. And there is that cut shot, yeah.
I think we have a whistle on the play. Let's see what they say. The umpires, they are moving the ball to the penalty 2 area. I think when Grant Gansi make the last cut shot, we are watching now from the drone, Teo was trying to hook his mallet and he ended up crushing him. I think they are calling that play.
Okay.
Teo went a bit too rough on the hook and crashed Granty. They will give a penalty to the team of Casablanca. Let's see what the umpires say.
Yeah. There it is, the ball being teed up by Barto Castagnola. So a chance here now for...
I think we have a challenge on the play.
Oh, I think you're right. I think we might have a challenge on the play now. The question is, of course, what are they challenging? Are they challenging the ball placement? Are they challenging the foul per se? Now, this would be the right time, of course, on the risk-reward matrix to, in the 6th and final Chucker. Okay, so the umpires have actually triggered this play on the ride-off.
See, when Teo arrived to hook Granty, he crushed him, but they say it was an even ride.
Okay.
So we will have a throw-in now with 5 minutes 18 on the clock, more or less. Let's see who wins this throw-in. Important throw-in for both teams. Travieso have to win this throw-in to don't let the Casablanca score on this one. They are very close to the goal, no?
They are indeed. So a slight advantage here for Casablanca. As, well, Dale Schwartz will not release that ball until he has a relatively orderly lineup here for that ball to be thrown in. Here we go then. Ball is thrown in, comes out at the far end. And once again, Tomas Panello will come out on top. So a very important win, this throw-in. But now he's got to take it all the way up the field. Interesting. Nicely done. That looked like a set play here. Back to Nacho Navijo Estrada, who's got a lot of space here on the right-hand side. Tomacho going up there with him. And again, great imagery here coming from the drone. There is the under the net. Comes off the pony. Let's have a look at the clock. Still plenty of time left here in the final chukka. Ooh, a swing on the near side here by Castagnola. But he's got his wingman, Jesse Bray, right behind. Nicely challenged, and he got away with it. Tincho Merlos.
Bad luck. Tincho win a very good ball on the near side, and Tomas thought that Tincho had Barto on his hip. Barto was very clever and picked the line, and I think he got the foul for Casablanca.
Yeah. Indeed.
We saw a very good play from Tomas Panello making a back shot to Nacho on the play before. He saw that Nacho was by himself and he played the ball to him. Now we will have the courtesy change. 45 seconds they have to come back to the field. Travieso had the chances, this checker. They had 2 or 3 chances to score, but they couldn't make it. Let's see now with this penalty for Casablanca. Where they are going to position the ball, no?
Oh, well, not only that, Nita, now, of course, also this is where we spoke about that earlier. This is where the strategy of which horses do they come out on now. And I'm pretty sure that Casablanca will be bringing out some very, very fine ponies here. They will want to keep possession. I think that will be the key word here in the last little over 4 minutes left to play. And, of course, Travieso, it's all or nothing. They're going to have to put everything on one card and just drive this ball as much and as low as they possibly can.
All in for Travieso, no?
All in, exactly.
All in for Travieso. They have 4 minutes to stay alive in this tournament. For them, it's very important to try to win this game. They have 4 minutes more or less on the clock, and 2 goals they are 2 goals down. Let's see where they're going to position this ball, the umpires, for this penalty. I think it's going to be a penalty 3 in favor of Casablanca. Important goal for Casablanca. If they can score, they will be up by 3 with 4 minutes on the clock, more or less.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Lola Castagnola, who of course will be here as well. I think I saw him earlier, just briefly. He'll be telling Casablanca, well, just hold on to that ball. Disrupt Travieso's rhythm as much as you possibly can. He's taking a very long run up here on this penalty. Well, Castagnola, like I say, you give him an inch, he'll take you for a country mile. Castagnola picking up his, well, 6th goal of the match. And I can also tell you now, after the deliberation between the umpires, that was based on a technicality, so a technical foul against Tomas Panello, which is why that penalty 3 was awarded. And there you have it, the 3-goal advantage as the clock is ticking down. We are now under 4 minutes left to play here. So once again, on the back foot, but, well, with well over 3 minutes left to play, Nita, this is, again, far from over.
Yes. Let's see how this throwing goes. Very well won by Tomas Panello.
Yeah, he's back on the ball. In comes Ganzi, in comes Bray. Look at that, very quick, nicely done. Turns it around. It was so quick now then. Bray, will he try and run this one himself? He's got Tomacho up at front. Ganzi will tuck in behind. There he is. Bray now up against Thomas Pinello. In comes the bump now. Bray will try and steal it back with a hook or put the pressure on. There's two of those two great players I was just talking about, Tomacho and Ganzi. And Tomacho, lethal in front of goal.
What a nice goal by Casablanca. They show why the champions of the last tournament, they've been clutching very well during the whole season. Tomacho working, and now when he has the ball, he scores. Very important goal for them to put a difference of 4 with not too much time on the clock. So I think they are nearly closing the game and winning the chance to be in the semi-final. No?
They are indeed. Well, this was exactly the kind of state of affair. If we think back to Chukka number 4, when Casablanca were also in the lead by 4 goals. It was 10 goals to 6 at that time. Once again, on the move, Tomacho Pieres. Yeah, he wants to have a go at this. Sends it back up to Ganzi. Ganzi trying to go for a shot. Kaya going there back with him. Tincho now. We'll send it back up to the front door. Nacho Navijo Estrada, but he's got to get past Jesse Bray, who will clear the way, of course. Do not want to encourage any kind of a delay of game or negative play. You've got to allow the player to make the play. Castagnola. You can see they're slowly taking the pace out of this game a little bit, letting the clock do all the hard work again. Castagnola, they find themselves deep in Travieso territory. Maybe a little attempted cut shot here from Castagnola, but that will run out of bounds and out of play. Clock, of course, ticking down.
Time is on the side of Casablanca.
Yes, very much so.
Not much time on the clock. 4 goals difference. Let's see how this last play goes for Travieso.
Nacho Navijo Estrada. Well, they are, as you say, running out of time. In comes Barto, contains and keeps that ball within the half here of Travieso. And he will be doing whatever he can just to, well, do not exactly what happened here, which is to allow Travieso with Tincho Merlos to get another run. Jesse Bray in hot pursuit. Bray, he's overcooked it. Bray gets a piece of it. Castagnola will pick it up here. We are down. We're under the last minute of play. But I have to say, I like the way that Travieso are still going to fight and keep fighting till that very last whistle, till that very last horn. And as you said yourself, Nito, a very, very strong team, a little bit unlucky. And that last chucker, again, when they scored 4 goals, we thought that might have been the catalyst to get them continuing with that goal scoring in chucker number 6. But it was Tomacho Pieres and Barto Castagnola picking up those 2 very important goals here in chucker number 6. That one will just go wide. And you can see there the players calling it a day with the last few seconds of play. So final score then, 14 goals for Casablanca. Congratulations to the entire team, Tomacho, Barto, Jesse Bray, and of course Grant Ganzi. No score in that 6th and final chucker for Travieso. Before we go to the stats, Nito, first of all, thanks again for being here with us this afternoon. Some comments, some words from you about the whole game.
No, always a pleasure. We had a really good game. I think Casablanca has been clutching very well since the first game of the season. They show us today why they are the champions of the last tournament. Travieso a bit not with such much luck because they played a great game and they end up losing by 4. I think the difference is not that. We see a great game of Tomas Panelo and very well played by Teo Calle, working a lot for his game, for his team.
Yeah.
And very good for Casablanca that we see a very good Grand Ganzi in the last 3 chuckers. He showed up in the score. He scored those 2 nice goals in the first minute of the 4th. And I really think that Casablanca is really the team that is playing better this season in the 26 goals. They're doing very well. They won the first one, and they are very strong for this semi-final coming on Friday, no?
Indeed, and here we have then the final match stats. Well, you can see there 14 goals to 10, that of course the score, but the shots on goal, and that's interesting, but I think that's reflected in what you said. Very even, 18 apiece here. Knock-ins, Casablanca, yeah, that makes sense. Throw-ins, again, in order to get those shots on goal, 15 goals to 11. Fouls committed, again, very, very similar. Penalty scored, not much in it. 2 for Travieso, 3 for Casablanca. So over, all in all, relatively balanced. The throw-ins, maybe that's something which Travieso needs to address and work on. But congratulations once again to Casablanca, doing a great job. And it would appear that Barto Castagnola has not sustained a bad injury after that issue that we had a little bit earlier on. From all of us here, first of all, thank you once again, Anito Uranga. Very much looking forward to seeing you play, of course, after this in the next WPL tournament, the Palm Beach Open, alongside Nacho Figueroa, Sugar Erskine, and, of course, from England, Max Charlton. We would like to thank you for tuning in and having tuned in, for watching our 2 games here this morning and this afternoon of the Founders Cup. Remember, the action continues here on CTV Sports. Make sure you tune in, and we look forward to having you back here for our next Founders Cup game. Remember, check the schedule on gcpolo.com. From all of us here at CTV Sports, thank you very much for watching. We hope to see you here very, very soon.